Hi everybody, this is Bob and the gang from Multiprint. If you're watching this video, you're interested in product information on my monster banner heat welder, powered by Leister Technology and Edward Siegel Grommet machines. Today, I'm going to be doing a live job. There ain't nothing like working on a live job. I've got an outdoor beer festival. Today is Friday, the event is tomorrow, Saturday, and I am on deadline. There's nothing like doing a live job on deadline. I have an 8-foot by 12-foot banner that I need to print, trim, hem, and grommet. This is my demo unit, my monster banner heat welder. This is the unit that I take to trade shows and on demos. This unit is 10 feet long. This banner is 12 feet long, which means I'm going to be exemplifying something what I call weldable area, non-weldable area, which basically means in plain English, the Leister on this end of the table is 2 feet wide, and my grommet machine on this end of the table is 2 feet wide. So on a 10-foot wide table, my weldable area is now 8 feet or less, which means this is going to be difficult. I'm putting an oversized banner on this table, and I have to have a production workflow to be able to do this. And I'm going to demonstrate that. So let's get right to it. The first thing I'm going to do is make my life easier and strip this table down with no obstructions. I'm not going to grommet inline on this because of the oversize. So, your table is equipped with safety blocks. I'm going to pull the safety blocks out, which frees up my work surface. Next thing I'm going to do here is cut my notch corners. Notch corner is a workflow I like to do in my shop, which is a one-color square holding line that I print in each corner. That notch corner is the same size as my fold-over is my nozzle. The nozzle on the Leister that I'm using is a 30mm nozzle, which equals a 1 1/4 inch fold-over hem. So I've made a notch corner, 1 1/4 inch fold-over hem. I'm going to cut both of these out. And then I'm going to go ahead and print trim this. Okay, now, like I was saying, this banner is a heck of a lot bigger than this table, which means I can't print trim in one pass. So what I'm going to do here is give myself a little snipe so I can see where I am when I'm lining up in my guide. Right there, that's what I'm looking for. Come to the other end of the table, get myself on the table. Looking to print trim. So this is a 12-foot long trim. So what I'm going to do is take my time and make sure that I'm trimming accurately. I'm going to run a depth gauge in the middle here to see that I'm in my guide gauge where I want to be. I am. I'm happy with that. I'm going to go ahead and trim this. I made that easy on myself. Slide this banner down. Continue with my trim. Ready to go. Look at that. 12-foot long trim on a 10-foot long table. No effort. I got my corners notched. I'm ready now to get myself up into position. Okay, so like I said, this banner is at its limit. I am hanging off the end of the table. So I'm going to do everything I can do to ensure I do this correctly and make my life easy. So what I'm going to do is put on takeoff strips. What are the takeoff strips? Takeoff strip is going to assist with my vacuum hold down. As we all know with vacuum tables on our CNC routers and cutting tables, you have vacuum draw areas. If the entire vacuum is on and you're only drawing a small area, you need to block off some of the air. So I'm going to put takeoff strips on. I'm going to do everything I can on this oversized banner to make my life easy. Come up here, pre-break my hem. In the heat welder position. Oh, I missed. Look at that. Come over here, pre-break my hem. Nozzle, begin the heat welding process. So remember what I'm saying here, guys. I'm going to have to stop this and hop the splice and continue the heat weld. And this is the most difficult work when you put an oversized banner on your table. All right, so I have to have a workflow here about how I'm going to move this here and hop the splice to continue with this. So I'm going to have my leister down to the opposite end of the table here, break this loose, pick it up from underneath the leister, and transfer my hangover to the opposite end of the table. I'm going to line myself up on the guide there, and I'm going to line myself up on my takeoff strips. Now I'm going to do a technique what I refer to as hop the splice, where I'm going to continue this heat weld. Move the leister back up into position. Bring my leister right back down into position. Begin the heat welding process. Alright, so like I was saying, this is the most difficult process here, where I've pushed the table to its limits and beyond. I pushed the material to its limits, where I heat welded something by far bigger than the table, and that means I have to pause, take a break, and hop the splice. I'm now going to transfer this over to the opposite side. This is a 12-foot long banner. Getting the tube out of the way. Okay, this is a 12-footer I need to rotate, so I need to take into account space and size and my wireways. Get my banner up on the deck, cut up my notch corners. Get myself lined up in my print trimming guide, and I'm going to cut myself and assist here to make this easy so I can see where the guide is, because like I said, I'm pushing this to its limits where I'm beyond the table size. Get the vacuum on. This is a 12-footer, I'm going to check. By sounding this here in the middle, see that I'm in the gauge. Good. Once again, like I said, I'm pushing this to its limits. I'm way beyond the size of the table, so I'm going to do everything I can do to make it easy on myself, clear the table surface, put in my takeoff strips, and really take my time with this. Make sure I got a good vacuum jar. Come over here, please break my hand. Valve in a position. Begin the heat welding process. Heating the material to the hip. splice. Break the banner loose. Gotta get the banner out from underneath the light stick. I'm going to slide this down the opposite end of the table, line this up on my guideline. So what I'm looking for is if I'm on one of the guidelines, it means I'm going to line up on the other one as well. This is why we're saying it's difficult. This banner is significantly bigger than the table surface. So I'm really going to take my time with this, make sure I got it right. So I start in the position where I want it to be. Okay. So I made a mistake. I'm not on the right guideline. So what I was saying here, that it's difficult. You really got to take your time to pay attention to what you're doing. Okay, so this is where I have to splice. You can see that. I can see that within tolerance. So that is my presentation today on what I call oversized. Oversized being when the banner print is significantly larger than the work surface of the table. Remember what I refer to the work surface on the table as: weldable area, non-weldable area. So what I've done is strip the table of everything out of my way. I've used my takeoff strips, my vacuum. I've done everything I can do to make this easier on myself. So, to give you an idea, this is a live job. Today is Friday. The beer festival is Saturday. I've put as much pressure on myself as I can on this to do the most difficult process while I'm on deadline. Give you an idea that the product support and the training that I provide to you teaches you how to do this when you use my monster training files. In any event, thanks for watching the video. My name is Bob Miller, located in Charlotte, North Carolina. That's East Coast time, guys. Thanks for watching the video of what I consider to be oversized banners, or more simply put, pushing this to its limits. Thanks for watching the video.